David's Sprong ready to go tonight?
We haven't talked much about our lineup here over the last month, so we probably won't start talking too much about lineups at this point in time either. We'll see at game time tonight.
During the season, you weren't all that into the line matchup specifically because of the strength of the four lines. Does that change at all in the playoffs, just given the caliber of the teams that you're facing? Do you get into the line matchup part of it?
Well, we don't have last change tonight, so that's something that maybe we'll have a little more discussion on as we get to games 3 and 4. But we've been pretty comfortable with our groups, in our own rhythm. Line matchups always come into play. Deep pairings, line matchups, those things always come into play. But as I said, we're on the road, so we don't control that final matchup here today anyway.
What, if anything, do you do in the back? What, if anything, do you do to prepare your guys for the opening 5-10 minutes of a playoff game when the intensity is just so much different than a regular season game?
Yeah, that intensity ramps up, and that's just something that you have to be, you got to be ready and prepared for that and not surprised by it. I guess I'll kind of flip that around. You look inside of our dressing room. This is not new to a lot of guys inside of that dressing room, right? We got a lot of guys that have been through it at a high level. Those guys will take care of things inside of the dressing room.
But he's not a guy who's playing his first goalie who's playing his first Stanley Cup Playoff game. I realize you're going to try to get traffic regardless of who the goalie is, but any thoughts on this guy playing his first playoff game?
He's been on a heck of a run. He's had a real good year. He's been outstanding down the stretch. He's a veteran in this league that's well prepared. So we're going to do the things that we need to do offensively. A piece of that as you get into the postseason, obviously, is making sure that you're finding ways to get traffic, to get inside. But that's not going to be specific to our series or this hockey game. For our team, that's something that we need to do and do well. In order to have some success offensively.
There's a need to see more guys being Yanni Gordy-ish.
No, we want guys to be who they are. Hey, our guys, we've got a pretty good belief in our group and in our guys. Guys know who they are. They're pretty comfortable with that. So we got to do that, and we got to do that at a playoff level.
This is to be 5-on-5 as much as possible, not just to keep your car off the ice, but is that where you're best 5-on-5 as a team?
Well, you're going to have to excel in all the situations, right? I mean, you can look statistically at, kind of the way the first round goes. You can look at some of the games even from last night, right, in terms of the number of specialty teams and things like that. So you have to be ready and prepared to execute in all different scenarios. We're comfortable with our group 5-on-5. We're comfortable in special teams scenarios. It's a matter of going out and executing in those different scenarios as you go through a hockey game.
In the first playoff series in franchise history, there's obviously a lot of buzz around the team. I don't want to call it noise, but do you talk to the guys about either harnessing that kind of excitement or kind of blocking it out and just focusing?
You don't want to block anything out. I think you want to have a focus and an understanding of the situation, of the opportunity. There's no more or less buzz around our group than anybody else. So no, that's the atmosphere and the looseness inside of our dressing room is, it's a good level. But now you have to match that with the intensity of the moment at the drop of the puck. And our group will do that.
Coaches like to plan for every kind of contingency, just know everything. How do you plan for something like happened in the Dallas Minnesota game? Just a lucky bounce into the game winner. Do you factor that in at all in your planning, or is that just hockey?
You just prepare your hockey team, and as players and coaches, you prepare for the job at hand. Bounces and different situations and scenarios happen throughout the game. You have to have the presence to be able to react to those, handle those, and push your way through those.
A little unorthodox question, but what would your message be to the city of Seattle, who never really experienced
playoff hockey like this before with all the highs and the lows. What would be your message to them?
Yeah, they've been with us right from day one, right? They went through a grind of a first year. They've been a big part of some of our progress this year. My message to them is, let's go. Enjoy this. They're a huge part of it, and our guys know that. So there's a big task at hand. We know that, but our fans have been a big part of getting us to this point, and they should enjoy every minute of it.
Is there more of an advantage for Grubauer knowing how some of the Avs players shoot, or vice versa?
I don't know if there's separation there. I mean, obviously the two know each other really well. Having been teammates, in terms of an advantage, I don't know if there's one either way or the other. The familiarity is there.
A lot of the guys have said that they knew this year's team would be different than last year's as early as training camp. I'm curious when you had that realization as well. Did it come that early in the season for you?
Well, we know on paper we were a different hockey team coming in. I mean, the moves that Ron and his staff made over the summer significantly improved, the look of our hockey team on paper. Now, you got to bring that onto the ice and do it for real. And, once we got through the first few days of training camp, the competitive feel of our group was drastically different. But still, I'd make the point, still connected to year one. The work that was done in year one by the guys that were on that roster and that continue this year to be on the roster from that team from that first year, it's significant. Like, there was a foundation there. There was a level of pride, that was built in year number one. Part of that probably fueled summers. Some of that probably fueled some of those early days in training camp. But we felt that right away in training camp.
How do you think the underdog kind of mentality of this group has been fueling them throughout the season, and how that can help carry them through?
Better question to ask them, to be honest with you. I don't know if they care. I'm just, being honest. I don't know if they care. Nobody probably gave us all that great of a chance to be one of the 16 teams that was starting in the Stanley Cup Playoffs here yesterday or today. Whether or not that fueled our guys, maybe it's a piece of it. But I would guess, more so just, inner drive, and that will to succeed together is a greater factor with our group. So, like I said, that's a great question to ask them. They've been a tight-knit, hard-working group all the way through. I don't expect that to change no matter what the label is.
Yes, kind of a little bit of an X and O question, but you talk about top-down pressure on a PK over the last month. They're 88% over the last month. I don't think the board refers to it as the wheel in terms of up top and the pressure of the boards. Is that kind of the moment, or is that the transition you're talking about?
We used to have that, and I won't get into a whole lot, but no, like that's not a piece of what we do. But anyways, I won't get into the particulars of that. The other side knows what we do anyway. It's all there on video, but no, that's not a piece of what we do on the kill.
But you did go through change or transformation.
Yes, we did. We went through a transformation right around January 1. We changed some things structurally as well as personnel-wise at that time.
How do you feel that adjustment goes for the guys making a PK change like that? We've seen with the Avalanche and bringing in new players last year, it took a while for those new players to adapt to the way they play the PK specifically.
And it does take a little while, especially when you make a change mid-season. For us, we didn't feel like, we weren't getting the results that we wanted to. We looked at it closely, and you have to make a tough call at that point in time. If you're gonna tweak things or make systematic changes mid-year, it takes a lot of effort on the part of in this case in Dave Lowry's part, and a lot of effort on the part of the players, and that's the most important piece right there is the detail and the effort of the players. That's ultimately what gets it done.
And McCann as a threat's been pretty impressive.
Pardon me?
McCann as a threat, PK-wise?
He's been a good PKer. He's killed in this league for a lot of years. you know, and he's done a nice job on the kill as being part of the kill for us.